The time you owe me. How ungrateful. The times I was put second. I know the time that was invested will soon be reckoned, and the times were in cloud nine, it felt like heaven. Damn, it seems like I'm holding on and there's no leverage. And the time perfused was so played with. Yes, this was done. Quite overage. And the indevouring need of nothing at the end. What message is this macrosome trying to send? You owe me. All the harrowing moments, that's the time you owe me. I invested in you, putting myself at the end. The self-sabotaging behavior can become the sin. I was so ungrateful to myself, so biased. Infuriated with myself, my soul still on a riot. Disoriented with myself, but with you I'm so reliant. While I'm an intruder to myself, you are a tyrant. So enthralled I was with you because it made life worth living. So I endured you vastly much for that reason. And in one occasion I fonded you in every season. Even dedicating you my dearest album, Daniel Caesar Phrygian. I did see a presentiment, and it seemed deepened. And at one time, a time so far away from you, it seemed obscene. And ever since you left, it discerns like one itself departs life, and I'm grieving. Yet in my inmost heart, you don't fully depart, so my heart is left not healing. Oh, how devotion could be so deceiving. And after my intensive epiphany, this is the time you owe me.
Let's go. So we are sitting down with our good friend OD. We just listened to her poem, "The Things You Owe Me." You know, right?
The time you owe me.
Yeah, the time.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, time.
Time is
Time is a thing, you know. So
really is.
so the
my things.
so it's like one thing I really liked about your poem was about like really diving into, okay, you're spending this time with this person and it goes nowhere, and you're investing things like into this person, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, straight pain. Like I know you were telling us like a little bit earlier that it, you know, this is a fresh wound. You know, like tell us a little bit. I mean, it's not super like convoluted, but like tell us a little bit about like, you know, time being owed to you.
I think I wrote that at a point where I was really angry when you realize like, damn, this just needs to be done. Like, I need to cut this off because he wasted all this time, or they wasted all this time, and here I am, like, with all this time wasted, nothing, everything's just wasted, like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what you owe me, like, all the times that you said that you're not gonna hurt me and you end up hurting me, or we're gonna do this together and just end up doing nothing. Like, I feel like that's something that you don't take into consideration until after you like, oh, I need to cut this off.
How long would you say that it took you for, like, to actually come to that realization?
6 months. Fuck, like that was a lot. Like it was the last straw. Like you do just one thing where he said, I was just like, why am I doing this? Like and then I was like, if I don't write down this poem, like I'm just gonna hold this against someone. I don't like holding things against people. Like it's just,
you get emotionally constipated.
Yeah, it's a hateful thing to do. So I was just like, I'll just write it down.
To like really sit on those things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. For me, I've definitely gone through that, but I've also been on the other side of it, and it's like, you know, it. If you're a good person, it shouldn't feel good to like be wasting another person's time type thing, you know. And I don't know, it's like it's I feel like it's like, you know, there's maturity involved and everything like that, but you know, knowing who you are and what you want, you know, and then it's not great when you get caught on the receiving end of like someone not really actually knowing what they want.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Type thing.
Yeah, I think that shit is appalling, to say the least. What would you say to, like, your past version of yourself in that situation right now?
I wish I could have given myself, like, a hug. Like, I think at the moment it felt like I'm going to be going through this for quite some time. And then when it was like technically the last straw, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do this no more. I felt like I was going to heal from it for like a couple months, but it was pretty fast. Like 2 months after, I was like, oh, it doesn't hurt that much. But at the moment, it's just like you're in that toxic, like you
Spiral.
think they're gonna change, but they're like, they keep doing the same thing to you.
And you're placing so much. It's like at the end of the day, it's just like a lot of energy. You know, just emotionally. You're being taxed, like whether you're sad, depressed. It's just like, oh my god, like it's like it's like having a congested nose, you know, like after you're not sick, whatever, and then all of a sudden you're congested for a while. It's like, damn, I honestly kind of forgot how it feels like to smell things, like you know, food cooking and everything like that, because you know the focus, like
kind of like a relief, right? Like,
and it's like all of a sudden when you know your nose clears up, it's like really, you're like, oh my
that's
God,
what I was telling my friend. I was like, there was good times, but I was like, good times shouldn't feel like a relief. The whole situation should feel like a good time all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was telling my friend, and she was just like, you're right, like, you know what you gotta do. And I'm like, I don't, but okay, I'll figure it out.
It's hard to, like, especially in those situations, to really full send that decision. That's like, man, I love this person, air quotes, you know, like I really like the feelings that this person gives me, and I've been attached to that for an amount of time. But then it's like you realize how bad it is for you. You know? Because it's not giving you anything else other than memories that you had. It's not creating new things. It's just pain. You know? That's something else. So okay, so you wrote this poem, and this was, I'm thinking this is a way that you were able to work through it. Is that how you usually work through things, or was this particular situation so like emotionally jarring that it was like, this is the only way that I can really just...
I think I did a poem of like for this certain situation because it was the first time where it was reciprocated. Like the person I know that liked me, but they were just too scared to like go like completely. I think we're both in the same level, but I was a little bit more in it than he was. So then I think that's why I wrote the poem, because I was just like, this felt really, really real. And at the moment, like, it was just like, oh fuck, like I need to take out this anger. But usually it's through like humor, like I do that or humor, you know.
You got jokes. Hey, you're gonna see this girl in the comedy circuit. I promise you. Like, follow her on Twitter. She's a funny gal. She's a funny gal. I promise you. But yeah, no, I definitely feel that, because I mean, shoot, like, when you're going through things like that, like, sometimes it's not even easier to even write it out. But it feels good once you write it out and you're like, oh, this is fine. And you don't even like write like that, right?
I think I always wrote like I always wrote when I was small, like younger, but I never took it serious until, our friends were like, you should do it. Like, yeah. And then you hit me up for like, oh, you want to come to the thing. And I remember I told you, I was like, I kind of want to make it something funny.
Hey, cause
like,
I know you got bars. And honestly, try it.
Yeah.
Try making a funny version of this poem.
I think I am.
Yeah. And then, that, because it's funny, like, if you go to open mics or like a poetry show or something like that, you'll run into either people that are trying out comedy and it's like either all right, garbage, or like pretty fire, or you'll run into people that are writing poetry that is funny, but like when you really listen to it, it's like damn.
You went through it.
Yeah, no, you were going through it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like there was a phrase in Sound of Music where Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar helps medicine go down or something like that.
I think I'm too young for that.
I think honestly, I think I'm too young for that too. It's just you get a little bit of chuckles
you hear that?
for like some dark.
When he said spoon, I was like, "Where is he going? Where the fuck he going with this?"
No, but like a little bit of funny, can help like some really tough shit like be consumed, because it's like it's so funny, but then at the end of it, you're just like, wait, what did they really just say? Like, so that would be, I feel like it'd be fire.
I feel like I'm gonna make it funny, but I couldn't make it funny at the moment. I think it was too hard for that shit.
It was too fresh. I mean, you're talking about tyrants and like everything like that. Like,
you definitely don't want to force it.
No. You don't want to force it, because that's how you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Because it's an emotional shit.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep.
When did you start writing?
I think I was like 13, 12, I would write songs, but since I was better at speaking Spanish when I was younger, and it was like, Spanish was strictly, you have to speak Spanish at home, because mom was obviously she didn't speak English. Like, it was like she spoke to us in Spanish. So I would write things in Spanish, and I wish I had the papers, because like I feel like back then I'd be like, at the moment I was like, oh, I'm so good at this, but like I would, like, right now, like you're grown and you know what's good and you know what's bad. So I started writing really that young, because I had a feeling like I was like, I know I'm gonna be good at this, but you just gotta believe in yourself and just do the things that you know you're good at.
You ever tried writing poetry in Spanish or no?
In Spanish, only when I was younger, because my Spanish has gone to shit. Like, bro, you would think I don't speak Spanish the way you hear me right now. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I
know. I don't speak Spanish, but like.
We could tell. Like, we heard that shit earlier.
Okay.
Yeah,
we heard that shit.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, bro, don't front, please.
Muy taquito.
Yeah.
He said muy taquito.
Look at him. Look at
I
this
think the only
motherfucker.
thing he understands in Spanish is tequila. He's like, tequila.
This man's trying to front, bro.
I'm not trying to front at all. I'm just saying. But like, I like, from my Spanish speaking friends that don't speak as much Spanish, like, I'm sure it's like your level of Spanish to like non-Spanish speaker is different, but like, when it's like to actual Spanish speakers, like, I'm sure it's like, when they hear it, it's like, what do you, come on.
I think it's because I speak lingual Spanish. My mom speaks lingual Spanish. She doesn't, like, she speaks proper Spanish, but usually people that migrate from Mexico at a very young age, they learn only lingual Spanish because that's what they were taught. Like, they don't go to school for Spanish.
What is lingual Spanish?
Like a bunch of like
Say like slang.
bad words, like slang, like
slang word.
yeah,
Word.
Like not proper.
yeah,
Right.
not proper. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And it's not like when referring to like proper Spanish, it's not like traditional
Yeah.
like old Spanish.
Yo, my
like,
world
Don
shifted
Quixote like that.
When I started working like at a professional job and I had to speak Spanish, I was like,
Oh wow.
how am I gonna do this? Like I'm only used to speaking lingo. Like I can't speak lingo to these grown adults. They're gonna laugh at me, you know.
Have you ever thought about incorporating some of the lingo into your like spoken word? And like, I feel like I don't know, like since you're not at the point or now to like write a whole poem in like Spanish, like just little sprinkles.
I do want to do it, but I think some Spanish words have gotten gentrified. That makes, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Especially in like
Interesting.
in the Los Angeles area.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was like, I don't want to sound corny.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind doing it, honestly.
Yeah.
I just got to be very careful how I use the word.
To make it cool.
Cool. Not corny.
Not corny. Yeah. No, I definitely feel that.
I'm really curious, like, because I've never tapped into that. What Spanish words are corny? Like, that you hear and you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh, when a woman, not a woman, but when people call themselves chingones, I don't know if you ever heard that shit. That shit's so corny to me. I'm like,
What does that mean?
like, how do you say that?
You're that motherfucker.
Yeah, but like nobody in
Yeah.
Mexico uses that term.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
no,
shit.
not unless they're like talking shit to another person. Like, oh, they think they're the shit, and that's when you'll use it. But like,
That's
if you
funny.
consider yourself I think
that
that's
person thinks they're shit.
Yeah.
Like, but like people out here, they're like they call themselves.
yeah. I'm like, fuck, that's
What's
so
another one?
corny. The whole idea of Taco Tuesday, I can't believe that shit, bro. That shit,
There is no Taco Tuesday.
There is no Taco Tuesday. Yeah,
that's just taco every day.
Just so you know,
That's fair.
there's no taco
that's fair.
Tuesday.
That's fair.
in Mexico. That's not
fair.
No, bro,
We're
that
talking to you,
idea,
LeBron.
that whole fucking idea, Cinco de Mayo too, bro. You don't hear that shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
That's not Independence Day.
Yeah,
so
word.
I
They
remember-
won one battle.
Yeah, one
And
battle.
That's some bullshit.
They don't celebrate it at
That's
all.
just an excuse for people to drink, but
No, yeah, nobody drinks in Mexico or gets fucked up. There's no
I'll say
parties
that
for
why.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's
I
bullshit.
remember like when I was taking Spanish classes in high school, like my Spanish teacher would talk about like the like I forgot the name, but it was like essentially the day of the race, like the like I know there's like Viva La Raza and everything
Yeah.
like that, but like
even that term got really
Yeah.
I mean,
gentle, bro.
I'm sure, like, because you hear that all the time, at least on this side, but like, that the idea of like, hey, Cinco de Mayo, like it's the day of the race, like but it's like really just like burritos, type shit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure like burritos weren't created in like Mexico or anything.
No, they fucking weren't. Oh,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna hear nobody ordering a burrito in Mexico.
Can I get
wild.
a burrito? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
What you mean?
yeah.
That's funny.
Close up.
But yeah, all right, cool. So you don't write often, but you've been writing since you were 6.
Yeah,
And you realize that was fire.
yeah.
And you want to make it funny.
I'm gonna make it funny. I just gotta figure it out. I gotta give myself time.
Nice.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that. I like that. You're going to make it funny. You're not
Yeah.
gonna make it
Now that I got time,
Yeah. Hey, this lady right here, you're about to see her. Like, I can't wait for her Netflix special.
Oh,
But hey, another episode.
Odie Chappelle.
Yeah.
You got the Netflix CEO like.
Yeah.
Hey, no, she's on that. Like, I don't care what you're saying. Like, but no, we got our girl Odie on here. Like, we got another episode of Kill the Pope. Young Toledo. You can find me at Young Toledo _ on Instagram. until I find that Russian little boy that has.
What are you talking about?
His hat. Somebody stole his hat. You're talking about it off air.
I know you're watching.
Oh, bro, I was here thinking we're going to word refresh.
That's good. And when this Ukraine shit pops off,
That's what he was thinking. That's what I was like, why is he talking about Russia, bro? We're about to...
Anyway, okay.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Y'all want to war, not me, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter,
Doing jokes.
doing jokes. I kind of don't want to give my ad because the way I'm at. You see him below. You see him below.
Be wild on it.
It's gonna be in the bio though, best believe.
You got a lot more engagement than anyone else.
Oh.
So. Hey,
What's the point? I'm not getting engaged. That's
You're funny.
Just say your name.
Yeah.
on Twitter, my handle is Dali Diabla. Look, I'm talking about corniness, and look, there I am.
It's not corny to shout yourself out.
It's never corny.
What's yours?
It's Kolokai IAK on Twitter.
That's an MLA format, bro.
It is, but you won't find me because it's Kolokai backwards. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Another episode. Yeah.